Number 4, you've got these examples and we're just going to fill in. So let's go to the slide. We know we're looking for the name of example 2 and the last example on the bottom line. So if you count up the squares, it's example number 6. Here are your contrast examples. What does it say for the second example and the last? Great. Believe it or not, we're getting near the end here. Number 5, the definition of content. The definition of context has 2 missing words. These are the words that we need to fill in. These are the stems we need to fill in. Context can influence how a color appears. Blank colors placed next to each other can influence a viewer's perception of blank. Here it is. Number 6 is also definition of context. It's a longer definition because it's talking about the effects, the definition of context effects. Notice that you just need to write the word for the second bullet and the third bullet. Let's go back over to our slide and let's look for the second bullet and the third bullet. At this point, I'm going to give you guys an option if you want to take a 5-minute break or if you want to continue on and finish. If anybody is in the Zoom, can I please have some feedback? Would you like a 5-minute break if you're actually working with me? If you are in attendance, do you want a break or do you want to continue on?
A break.
Keep going.
Oh, it's tied. Okay, can I have a third person give us some feedback? Would you like to take a break or continue on?
A break.
Okay, let's take a break. It is 10:22. We'll come back at 5 minutes, which will be 10:27. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. Let's start coming back to our computers. Great. Now that we're back at our computers, we're going to start here with number 7, and we're just going to write the example, excuse me, of what these shades are called. So with number 7, you see shades of this gray, black, and white. We're going to go over to the slide and see what these shades are called. Again, all you have to do is copy the answer. Each answer is written at the top of the slide. If you feel more comfortable rolling faster, writing on paper, and then you can go and putting the number, and then you can go back and type it in your document or in your private comment box, whichever way is faster for you. I personally would need 2 devices or be on a device and have pen and paper. Moving on to the next one, number 8. We see these shades of what look like purple, and this is a certain effect. Notice that each of these blocks is different tints and hues. Coming over to our slide, the answer's at the top. Moving on to number 9. Colors look similar here. We notice that there look like there's 3 colors here. Might not be sure, so let's go check the slide. Answers at the top. Okay, number 10 at the bottom, we're going to fill in blanks. I'm going to show you the sentence stem. You're just going to plug in the missing word. I'll read it to you first. Spatial effects of color refers to the way color influences where an object appears to be in blank. In the natural world, colors tend to become cooler and blank with distance. Here's the slide. What are the 2 missing words? The next few slides we're going to go through look like a lot of information, but we're just going to write 4 words for each page. Okay, here we are. We have some color theory, and we have these boxes that talk about what colors do to people. Like red makes people think of anger, their blood pressure increasing. It could also mean aggression. But there's a missing word here in red, about red. So we're going to come over here. And can you tell me which one is the missing word and write it in your blank? When you're finished, go down to orange right beneath it and do the same. Orange supposedly makes people hungry. It stimulates the appetite. There's some other things that orange is associated with as far as fun, fall, leaves. What's the missing word for orange? Now we're going to go do this for other colors. So going down to look at yellow and green. Yellow kind of makes you think of, well, stuff that comes out of babies' noses when they're crying, or people think of yellow when they think of fire, but they also think of yellow when it comes to a certain season. Please note that this is the most fatiguing color for the eye to look at, meaning if you look at yellow a long time, it makes your eyes tired. Fill in the missing word for yellow and the missing word for green at the bottom. While you're filling those in, just a little bit more information about red. Red is the most dominant color on the power wheel. And orange, well, it's used for signs, and we think about construction signs, warning signs. They're generally in orange. Okay, now let's look at blue, purple, and white. Blue is said to be the color of communication. If you have had a disagreement with someone, instead of wearing a power color like red, to wear something like blue, it's calming, like looking at the ocean is calming, and to bring peace to the conversation. Blue is a good color to wear. What's the missing word? Monday, we learned about purple. Purple is a color that stimulates the imagination. Back in the days of kings, they would commonly wear purple. It's also the color of royalty because it was a very hard color to come by. It had to be made from dye, from certain fruits, and not everybody could dye clothing, and royalty could. They could afford to do it. So purple is the color of royalty. And at the bottom, white. Find the missing word for white. When we think of white, we think of clean or purity. Generally, white is worn on the day of a wedding for a woman. The bridal dress is white. Unless you live in India, then it's against the culture to wear white for your wedding dress. So there's different connotations to white. White dresses or wedding apparel according to where you live on the map or the globe. Okay, finally, let's talk about the shades of black, such as gray. Please fill in the missing word for black and gray. Black, we usually think of powerful or confidence. People generally wear this when negotiating business deals. Business people wear this color a lot when they're making a big deal, like a meeting. Gray is a complementary color, meaning it goes with everything. So people generally wear it with whatever they want, warm colors or cool colors. And the feelings associated with gray are usually boredom, look for the missing word, and complete. Okay, at the very bottom of this page, we're going to fill in the missing word for color systems. The definition reads, are used to configure color according to the blank. Most effective for a project's blank. Okay, at this point, feedback. Do you guys want to finish or save the last ones for Friday? We have 3 pages left. So the next few pages talk about color gamuts. So there's one other formula called gamuts, and these are the gamuts, or how light color is seen through light spectrums. And one is for film, one is for high definition TV, and the other one is for print. And so that's what the next page talks about. It shows the different color gamuts, and it tells you which one is for color film, which one is for a digital printer, and the CMYK and RGB are for high definition. Just a note here, no color system can replicate what the eye can see. The human eye is super intelligent, and we try to replicate colors in TV screens, monitors, film, but no color system can replicate the human eye. The full range of color a system can display is called a gamut, and you've got the 6 gamuts in this illustration here, but none of them come close to what the human eye can see. Later, we'll go into detail about color systems. There's 2 types, subtractive color, which begins with white, and additive color, which begins with black. Color systems, going back to those gamuts, these are the 4. CMYK, Pantone, RGB, HSB. CMYK are 4 colors, just like RGB is red, green, blue. CMYK is cyan, magenta, yellow, and I forget what K is. Okay, the next slide tells us K is black. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please save your work. The bell's going to ring. We got a late start today, but that's okay. We meet 3 days this week, so we'll just finish this on Friday, call it a week and go into spring break. I hope you guys have a great A-Day. Remember, you only got 2 days to go. If you didn't do your schedule, check in next period of intervention. Make your schedule for next year. Your intervention teacher is assigned to do that with you. Okay? If you already made your schedule, go to intervention and check in for attendance. Any questions?
Miss, I sent you an email. If you could read it as soon as you can, please.
Okay, yeah, as soon as I finish class, I will read it and get back to you in the passing period.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss. Have a nice day.
You're welcome. If your teacher does not make out your schedule with you during an intervention, you can email me and I can send you the link to go online and make your schedule for next year. Everybody should know what their schedule is going into spring break. Bye.